Hey there folks, Andrew Griffiths here, Speaking Topics. The last of my videos on speaker side of things, and I hope this one gets posted last now that I've said that. But the reality that I want to talk about here a little bit is to address something that I've noticed in the last year in particular. And this is speakers that 1 minute they're talking about this topic, next minute they're talking about that, then they're talking about that, then they're talking about that, then they're talking about that, and they just bounce around all over the place. It's really interesting. They don't realize that they're losing credibility by doing that. I think the view is that, I'm more appealing if I've got 100 things that I can talk about. But all it shows is that they're a jack of all trades, master of none. And the irritating thing that I get out of that is that they really don't have the expertise to be able to talk about such a broad range of topics. Quite typically, I will see someone who might be talking about marketing and then they go into leadership. Now they're talking about AI. Then they're talking about offshoring, VAs, and you can draw a little bit of a line between all of those. But really, you pick a lane, own a lane. Let me use an example here of managing that transition. So a good friend of mine is a lady called Tracy Sheen. She wrote a book called The End of Technophobia. She's known as a digital guide, and she really was in that digital space predominantly, helping people to not be afraid of technology, how to use it, and she did it very well. Does it very well, and does a lot of workshops and keynotes and content and all kinds of things. She morphed into AI recently. Now she's writing the book on AI, she talks on AI, she does workshops on AI. There's a logical fit there for a digital person to move into AI. Makes sense, right? But if she started talking about Himalayan yak farming, there's no real logical kind of flow because she's not a Himalayan yak farmer. But someone said somewhere, people are buying keynote speakers that can talk about Himalayan yak farming. That's almost the ludicrousness of people that are moving outside of their lane. Own your lane, adapt and evolve in your lane, but become known for something. If you want to be a speaker for longer than a year, there's got to be some substance behind you. You've got to be built on strong grounding, strong foundations. I tie my speaker topics into my books. So my last book, Someone's Got to Be the Most Expensive, it may as well be you. That's what my keynotes, that's what my workshops have been around. That's what I've spoken on for the last 2 or 3 years, right? But next year is a book year. I build my keynotes around my new book that's coming out. And then I have a 10-year plan. Every 2 to 3 years, I have another book and my keynotes will marry that. So what's your strategy towards developing your keynotes? Is it just seeing what other people are doing and copying it? Is it, just keep, flim-flaming and I'm gonna do to whatever the latest trend is? It'll work for a year and then it won't. It doesn't keep you in this, as a professional speaker for a long time. So be careful about what you're speaking about. It says a lot more about you than you realize. And I have conversations with people that book speakers all the time. And they say things like that to me, such and such, what are they talking about this week? I hear that line, we want speakers that have got substance. We want speakers who've got depth. We want speakers that have got credibility. We want speakers, that we know are a low risk. If you're bouncing around from topic to topic, you're a high risk speaker, and it makes it easy for people to say no. Okay, that's it. Speaker topics, there's a whole pile of content there for you to help you get really focused on coming up with the right speaker topic that's going to suit you, suit your audience, build your brand, and get you booked more as a speaker. All right, that's it for me, Andrew Griffiths. Over and out, folks.